If factoring a trinomial where the coefficient of the squared variable is other than 1, there are two main methods. One is trial and error. The other method is the AC method, sometimes called factoring by grouping. I will show factoring by both of these methods. First, I'll show factoring by trial and error. Second, I'll show factoring by the AC method or factoring by grouping. So depending on which one you use, go to that section. I'll first do trial and error, then the AC or by grouping. Remember your first step for factoring any polynomial? That is to check and see if there's a common factor other than 1 or -1 that can be factored out. Here, notice there's a common factor of 3x. I will factor that out of each term. 9x cubed divided by 3x, that's 3x squared, plus 39x squared divided by 3x, that's 13x, and then plus 12x divided by 3x, that is 4. And now I'll rewrite my 3x and I'll draw two sets of parentheses. I will be factoring by trial and error here. What times what will give me 3x squared? That's 3x and x. Now I'm looking for factors of +4 to try, and I want that middle term of 13x. I can try 2 and 2. By the way, I'll be using positive factors of +4 only because this middle term is a positive number. So I'm not going to try anything like -2 times -2. Although that would give me +4, I will never get a positive coefficient for that middle term. So let's try this. Okay, we know first times first is 3x squared. We know last times last is 4. We concentrate on the outer and inner terms. So 2x would be the inner. 3x times 2, that's 6x, would be the outer. That gives me a sum of 8x, not 13x that I want. So it's not 2 and 2. Let's try other factors of 4. Let's try 4 and 1. Outside product gives me 3x plus 4x, that's 7x. I'm going to switch the 1 and the 4 then and see if that helps. The outer product is 12x, inner product 1x, that gives me 13x, and here is my factorization. This is the trinomial we are factoring. I first factored out the common factor of 3x, and now let's factor by the AC method or by grouping. I'm looking for two numbers whose product is 3 times 4, so whose product is 12 and whose sum is 13. What are two numbers whose product is 12 and whose sum is 13? What about 12 and 1? That product is 12, that sum is 13. So remember the numbers 12 and 1, and remember that we will rewrite the trinomial, and we'll take the middle term. Instead of 13x, we'll write it as 12x plus 1x, or simply x plus 4. We rewrote according to those two numbers we came up with. And now let's factor by grouping. Look at these two terms. What's common to these two terms? Well, what's common is 3x. So I'll factor out 3x. And if I do so, I have left x plus 4. And look at these two terms. What's common? Well, there's nothing common, but I can write it as 1 times x plus 4. And now continuing to factor, I'll rewrite my 3x. Remember, there's a common factor here of x plus 4 then, which I'll factor out. If I do so, I'll have left 3x plus 1.